Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to print and view your prep reports. Your prep reports tell you what to prepare for tomorrow and what ingredients to pull for tomorrow's production. There are two types of prep reports, station and assembly. The station report totals products and the assembly report totals ingredients. You will typically use one or the other, and typically bakery type stores use the station report and convenience stores use the assembly report. Let's assume your login type is location user. Once you log in, you'll be in your store. If your account is set up with workflows, select the Print Tomorrow's Prep Report tab, and it will direct you to the correct place to print your prep report, and you'll have directions to follow. I'm going to assume that you don't have workflows and show you how to use your activities menu. Let's also assume that you are in a bakery store and you order donuts from a production facility and bake your bagels and muffins in store. So you will run the station report for the bagels and muffins. So select the activities menu and reports. You're going to default at your daily reports, which is where you'll find both the station and assembly reports. We are going to select the station report. Make sure you have the type work selected and the date is tomorrow. Both the type and date should default. Just be sure to check the first time you are running the report, and then build report. So I've already done that, and here is the report that we're going to look at. The pull station tells you how many bagels and muffins you need to pull to bake. And the bake station down here tells you how many of each type of bagel and muffin you need to bake and how many pans you need to bake them. Let's go ahead and look at the columns for the pull stations. Okay? The base quantity is the total amount that you need to pull for tomorrow's order. So in this example, you need to pull 20 blueberry bagels and 65 plain bagels. Note that the base quantity totals products that are used to make other products. So in this case, you use plain bagels to make your everything, poppy, sesame, and plain bagels. You're pulling 65 plain bagels, but you're making them into different types of bagels on tomorrow's order. The unit of measure, or UOM, in this case, is case. Here you see that the bagels come in cases of 25 to 1, that's the case size, 25, and the muffins come in cases of 45. The quantity column tells you how many cases and pieces you need to pull. For example, you need to pull 0 cases and 20 pieces of blueberry bagels. You're pulling a total of 20 for tomorrow's order. The case size is 25, so you're not pulling any cases at all because you would need to pull a full case would be 25. But you are pulling, so you're pulling no cases, but you're pulling 20 pieces. Okay. And in the plain bagels, you're pulling, their cases are still 25, so 2 cases of 25, 2 times 25 is 50, plus 15 pieces for a total of 65 bagels. Now let's go down and look at the columns for the bake station. The base quantity here is the total amount that you need to bake for tomorrow's order. Note that in this station, it tells you how the plain bagels should be made. You now see all types of bagels, and if you were to add everything up, everything, plain, poppy, and sesame, you're going to get 65, which, if you remember, is the pull of plain bagels up here. This is just telling you what of each type you're making, all requiring a base of a plain bagel, but then you're putting your everything, poppy, and sesame spice onto each of these to make the ordered amount. The unit of measure in this case is the baking unit or pan. Here you can see that you can put 15 bagels on a pan and 12 muffins on a pan. And the quantity shows you how many pans are needed to bake tomorrow's order. So again, here you can fit 15 blueberry bagels on a pan, so you need at least one pan, but then you've got 5 pieces in addition to equal the 20 or the base quantity. So you would actually need 2 pans, one full pan and another pan for the 5 pieces. Now let's go ahead and assume that you're in a convenience store and that you make breakfast sandwiches. You want to see all of the ingredients that you need to pull for tomorrow's production. So you'll run the assembly report. Let's go back and select reports from our activities menu. Again, you're going to default it daily. Instead of selecting the station, select the assembly. You're going to want to make sure work is selected, the date is correct, which is tomorrow's date, and build the report. Again, I've already done that. So here we have our assembly report. Okay, you can see here that you have 2 pulls, your dry prep pull and your freezer to fridge pull. Okay, so in other words, the dry prep is totaling everything you need to pull for breads to make your breakfast sandwiches, and the freezer to fridge is telling you everything you need to pull from the freezer, move it to the fridge to get it ready to make the breakfast sandwiches on order. The quantity is exactly that. You're pulling 20 biscuits, 25 croissants, 15 English muffins, 60 pieces of cheese, 60 egg patties, 50 slices of bacon, and so on. We've covered how to print and view your prep report. Thanks for listening.